Seems like one of those derbies that's a 50-50 game, because you guys, fair to say, come into this with your best chance of winning for a fair while.
Yeah, look, it's hard to say. I think Freo is certainly, they've shown that they're going to be a great side again this year. It's probably our best chance in a while. I think over the last couple of years they've clearly been a better side, and we're hoping this can be different this year.
So you don't believe the theory that they've got the wood on you? You just think that they were genuinely better over those years?
I don't think they've got the wood on us. I think the sides have probably changed a lot over the last 3 years. I think clearly we're a different side to last year, so hopefully it can be a different result.
When you look at their forward line, it's changed a bit from what you'd be used to. Pavs obviously play midfield, and they've got a lot more forward pressure sort of guys in there rather than goalkeepers. Does it change the way you approach the game?
Not really, no. I think each week you probably just try to concentrate on your own game style, and obviously you take certainly an interest in the opposition and the way they structure up, but they've had a similar kind of setup going for a few years now, and they've still been kicking goals. Kepler Bradley's been in good form, and obviously Pav can go forward at any stage.
Do you expect to get kept?
Sorry?
Do you expect to play and kept?
Not sure yet. Haven't really spoke to the coaches about that, but certainly at some stage I'd imagine I'd be on him.
Are they one of the more unpredictable forward lines?
I think a lot of change happens in the forward line these days. You get midfielders rotating through there. You get obviously the defensive, tackling kind. So, and with the game the way it is these days, you often end up with 4 or 5 different matchups throughout the game anyway.
What's your feedback on Andrew Gaff? Seems like he had a pretty good game for South, and Chris Marston. Likely to be in the mix from what we hear for this week? Yeah,
look, I'd imagine so. I haven't spoke to the coaches about that, but I'd expect them to both be in the mix. Obviously, Gaffy was a good contributor for us coming on as a sub anyway, and then from all reports played an outstanding game, and Masto's been in great form as well. So I'd expect both of them to be thereabouts.
Looking forward to seeing him again, Gaff as in again playing actually a full game of footy. Well, you haven't seen a lot of him, have you?
Exactly. So I think that was part of the reason he went back and played a full game there. And his fitness isn't really an issue, so I'd expect him to be able to play a full game at AFL level anyway.
Are the couple of injuries to the key defenders down back now becoming a problem? We've lost, I guess, Eric now for a couple of weeks. Mitch is down, and Brett Jones, a more experienced guy, can't get back into the side as well. If Fremantle might stretch you with the tools, is that a big problem?
It's a possibility, but we feel like we've got the players to cover that. We're very lucky to have Brownie, Easy, Eric, myself, and Scully, all four legitimate key defenders. So we'd seen one game where Scully had to go out pretty much because we couldn't, against Melbourne, because we didn't really have, they didn't have the size. So I think we've got enough coverage there to be able to cover that.
Does Ash Smith now become your third tall defender? He played a bit on Hurley on the weekend.
He did. He could play the third tall at times. Shannon Hearn can cover, a third option. Sammy Butler's pretty good size as well. So I think we've got enough there.
Who do you think's best equipped to play on Pav?
Tough call. That'll be up to the coaches really. I think he could see a couple of different looks throughout the game.
Opposition teams have sort of gone head to head with him in recent weeks. Boyd had 45 touches on him, and Cotchin was alright. Was very good on the weekend. Is that the way to play the best players in the opposition these days?
Yeah, look, it's certainly a tactic that teams have tried. I know Sydney did a similar thing to Juddy. Teams have tried that against Juddy, against Pav. So I'm not sure we'll go down that path. That's really up to the coaches. I'm not across all that.
Curry, just a line from being out in the middle with him on the weekend. If you can string 4 quarters like that together as he gets more match hardened, it makes you a significantly better side.
It does, yeah, and you saw the effect he had on the game early against Essendon, and we're comfortable that he'll continue to get better as the year goes, and starting to show glimpses of the old Curry, and hopefully put in a 4-quarter performance this week.
Are the players more determined this week being a derby than previous?
Not really, no. Wush is pretty big that we put our best effort out every week, and we're comfortable if we do that this week that we'll go close to winning.
Has it been almost like, I don't know, not winning the past few, the players starting to get annoyed with losing the crosstown rivalry? Does that still exist?
Oh, for sure. There's certainly an element of wanting to win the derby, and there's certainly been disappointment in not having won one for quite some time. So we're pretty keen to rectify that.
Anyone specifically you're looking forward to out of the young guys, seeing play in a big game, sort of guys who you think might step up to the occasion?
Oh, look, I'm comfortable that all our players will step up, but we've got certainly some game breakers like Luke Shuey, Scotty Selwood's a ferocious tackler, and I think we've got the kind of mix in there to for guys to play well in big games.
Shuey the sort of guy who just thrives on the opportunity to
exactly, yeah, for sure.